let's get straight into this. All right. We are responsible men here. You know what I mean? We take what we put out there very seriously. And the last time we came out here and potted, the way I introed the pod, I may have stripped away a certain team's name, called them a football team, but because they're booty, they're ass, they're straight cheeks.
Doo-doo.
Something of that nature. And then that said team won 4 games straight and went to and is in the playoffs somehow. Like I said, we are responsible for the words that we put out there. This is what the squad is about. So I would like to say, number one, when I called out the Chicago Bears, yes, Chicago Bears, you earned your name back. Congratulations.
Wait, come on, stop all this. Like, they played 4 crappy teams and they got into a playoffs off of 2 teams taking an L, including them.
Can I finish this intro on this end, please?
No.
Go for it.
We cannot have we cannot have that content lead us into this podcast. We will not stand for this.
I'm glad he jumped on it because I was just brewing up, bro. I didn't know if I could let it go for another minute.
Go for it. What are you talking about? We're in the playoffs. What's the problem?
Look at the teams you face. You confidently said we won 4 straight games against who, Professor? Against who?
I would like to ask you a question. Let's say we were having we're playing basketball, okay? I played Derek. Derek beat me. All right, so then I play Terrence, and Terrence beats me. And let's say you were the reigning champ. And you had to play a game, so Derek and Terrence had to play each other. But I had to play you as a buffer. That's essentially what the Bears have going on here.
You just took me through
it's a tune-up fight.
I didn't get the minute.
This is Floyd Mayweather versus whatever the pansy that's gonna pretend he's a fighter is. This is what that is.
Chicago Bears aren't Jake Paul, bro. What are you talking about, bro? No.
I feel sad inside.
We haven't heard from you in a while, DGB. What do you mean you feel sad inside? What's going on?
Yes, right. Like, I think flashing back to one of our previous episodes where we were talking about how the Bears would finish and if they make it into the playoffs, or what's your barometer for success. And it was like, oh, making the playoffs. Well, it was an ugly way to make the playoffs. So it's like, I kind of was thinking about it this week of reevaluating my happiness for making the playoffs, just because of how sour that was.
We were just so average. Still give me the bare minimum of anything that you request.
See what he did there. See what he did there. Quick with it. But yeah, no, the Saints. This is definitely more of a tune-up fight. This is why it's for the Bears. That is, they're gonna get. It might go south early.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the only one on the squad that's actually gonna rep his hometown. I can't believe
it. Doesn't mean I'm gonna not root. I'm gonna root for him, but do I believe it's gonna end well?
Okay, all right. So I'm not gonna ask.
Rooting and believing are 2 totally different things. So I can feel that. I feel that. You don't gotta believe it.
Hey, I want to listen to as amount of words coming from the Green Bay Packers fan as possible right now. If that's
who's also number 1, so in our division. So yeah, they clutched that bye week. So
all right, so I'm
team to root for.
I'm not gonna waste our time and ask you guys who you think is gonna win. I'm not gonna waste your time and ask you guys if you still feel the same way as you felt 4 weeks ago, since that's the last time we talked about it. Because it sounds like you guys still want Matt Nagy out of here, you want Ryan Pace out of here, you want Mitch Trubisky out of here. You guys still feel the same way. So these 4 wins have meant absolutely nothing to you. Even if they got the win against the Saints, that would mean nothing to you guys.
I think the last 4 wins, they mean something, but do they mean, everything you would hope and dream for? No, because of the opponents and kind of the defense, how obviously with injuries too, that it kind of collapsed there later in the season.
Mhm.
And so even with this game with the Saints, you're looking at Roquan Smith possibly not being able to play. Buster Screen is out. Jalen Johnson, if he comes back, so there's, that the Roquan Smith one that was huge. So
Roquan, I'm hoping plays. He was he tweeted out that he did feel disrespected by not getting that All Pro. So I'm
Second
hoping that
team,
man
yeah.
suits up this weekend. Let's see. But Porky, you were gonna say something, Porky. I didn't want to cut you off.
Yeah, what this season means is that Mitch is a good quarterback in games that don't mean anything. My biggest
Also
thing with
fact.
Mitch was and has been that his pressure decisions aren't great. He is phenomenal in 2 minutes. You know why? Because he doesn't have to think. He just plays. He is a talented individual. But he sucks.
Hold on.
And
Okay. Listen, we don't need to go down this rabbit train hole again because we all feel the same exact way. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not gonna even try to play devil's advocate because it's all true. All right.
But it's hold on one second though. This is why though I do want to see Pace and Nagy a little bit longer because you see signs of what they saw in Mitch, right? We see that. If they don't go after Watson full throttle right now, who we should have had in the first place, it's a whole nother subject, but we all like to live in the past and get all up in our bag and say shoulda, coulda, woulda. But anyways, we should have had him. He should have been signed, and now we should be talking about how we're going to roll over somebody in the playoffs right now. But that's not the case because we are Chicago.
Is it worth it though? Would Deshaun Watson be worth it? Because listen, I know I hate playing devil's advocate, but I see all the fans, and again, what the squad is about. The squad Chicago is about how the fans feel about our team. We want to make our voices heard. So I hear a lot of fans talking about, hey, yo, Deshaun Watson on the Bears team, we're going to the Super Bowl instantly. However, Deshaun Watson on the Texans, and yeah, I'm not saying the Texans defense is nowhere near as good as the Bears defense, but obviously, to get Deshaun Watson, we'd have to give up some of those pieces. So you see they have, 4 wins this year? Amazing quarterback. I think, he's either second or third in the league in passing yards or something of that nature. Great percent, amazing percentages all across the board. Great statistical season for Deshaun Watson. But that only got his team 4 wins. So is that worth it? I'm pretty dead-eye serious. I understand how silly that sounds because it's Deshaun Watson. He's a generational talent, but we could have had that generational talent back in 2017 and we didn't. Is giving up all those pieces because what do you say? We're talking 3 firsts, 3 seconds, and a player. So or something like that along those lines. Is giving up all those pieces necessary for us right now? In my opinion, I hate to say it again, generational talent. But
well, I do. Honestly, I don't like what we would have to give up for this dude. And yeah, Porky, you said Mitch is talented. All right, he's talented, but he's not talented enough to lead us to confident victories like Deshaun Watson would. But I still wouldn't want Deshaun Watson based off of what we have to give up. So I'm thinking if it's Mitch is if you say he's talented, then that means he's got to be stupid because these games, the game plays aren't, or the game book is just not good enough to consecutively get wins against good teams. So is it Mitch just not having IQ, or is it Nagy and his playbook and just management? So getting Deshaun Watson is not going to just solve that. If he comes here, he's just a dead talent right there,
Kind of how it is on the Texans. That's kind of what I was framing. DGB,
true.
The same way, or are you on the opposite side?
Well, okay. Number one, quarterback position is the hardest position to nail down, and one of the most, if not the most, probably just the most important position to nail down. Mm-hmm. Deshaun Watson can be that guy. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah.
9 times out of 10, I would say, yeah, do what you can to make that deal. If that's a Robert Quinn salary, if that's a, something like that, because you can then keep Khalil Mack because you're paying both of these motherfuckers. But that, and then some, but you'd have to be expecting yourself to be picking late in the first rounds every time. So you're not getting, as they're not getting as much of an impact.
True.
But I said 9 times out of 10 I would make that deal. This is the 1 out of 10 times, and it's because of spite and just feeling bad about, like Porky said, we could have had DeShaun Watson from the jump without losing any picks, without losing all of this now. So it kind of like it's a little bitter. So for me, you know, I don't know. And at this point, the Bears need a whole lot of other help. So that would be it'd be tough to do. But what about you, Professor? I know you haven't even weighed in on that. So.
Yeah, no. So my initial statements and everything about how, you know, John Watson only has 4 wins and everything, all of that, blah, blah, blah. That was actually just a setup. I don't feel like that at all. We should sell the house. Khalil Mack, gone.
Thank you.
Mitchell Trubisky, gone. Roquan Smith, sorry, love you. You should have been all-pro this year. Gone. Like, give me everybody, gone. Give me DeShaun Watson. I don't know what you guys are talking about. That is an instant. That is it's amazing. Yes, we can build the defense around him. We can whatever picks we can scrounge up. I don't care. Get that man in Chicago. That was a setup. I just wanted to see how y'all really felt. You know what I'm saying? Just a little.
Everybody,
9 times out of 10.
This professor take was actually a truth take in disguise.
Boom, truth taking.
Right, bro. What you doing, man? You can't be doing. Don't be taking my name, bro. Do you?
All right.
Listen, you
I do
can,
me.
you can sell the house. I just want to see an effort. I'd like for them to at least pick up the phone and call the man. Because didn't Watson say they didn't even show up to a practice or give him a call? Yeah, So even with that,
much.
is he going to even want to consider us? No.
Show some interest.
So just show some interest, you know.
100%. Tease the Bears fans. Tease us a little bit. Play with us a little
Well,
bit.
wait, he started following 2 Chicago weather people. Like
Cheryl
like
Scott?
2 of the local
That's how
Chicago
he sees it.
like,
It's right there.
No. I don't think it wasn't even the GOAT. It wasn't even Tom
Sheesh.
Skilling, but there was 2 other, I don't remember exactly who it was that he started to follow, but yeah, it was interesting, you know.
Deshaun Watson come to the Bears. All right. So I know he has no choice in the matter, but obviously they're not listening to him. But let's just put that energy out there somehow, some way. I wish Billy O'Brien was still over there. Oh my gosh, if he was still there, this would have been a done deal like yesterday somehow.
Get a Subway sandwich, make it a combo, boom, the cookies.
All right.
Done
So
deal.
this one went a little bit longer. We just wanted to come out here real quick, celebrate the New Year. Happy New Year, obviously, to everyone. But before we get off, I know you guys are gonna eat your words on Monday, because I do want to get on here after the Bears do beat the Saints, and I do want to see your reactions, because I'm calling the super dub. I know y'all are, I'll go root for the Bears. No. I actually believe that one of the worst red zone defenses in the league going up against us might be easier, since that's one of the most places where we suffer. You know what I'm saying? So I got the Bears. I'm going to show my Chicago pride. I'm going to say we win by at least a touchdown. There it is, with confidence.
Hey, I will gladly eat my words. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. On Monday,
I would do better. I would like to place a hefty wager with you, Professor. So.
Okay. What's this wager?
Yes.
Put your money where your mouth is.
I mean, yeah,
man.
pretty much whatever you want to give me, I will take. So.
What do you want to sign over?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Besides a PlayStation 5, the only other thing I want is weed, and I don't want to bet weed on YouTube. So that's not really a family-friendly thing. You know what I mean? So,
I mean, it's legal now, so
it is
whatever,
legal.
right?
That is very true.
New way.
What about one of those special beers that you got? Let's do that. Either you got one of your special beers, gonna have to hand one of those over, or I'll double it and buy you one if the Bears lose. How about that?
No, you're gonna give me a PS5 filled with weed.
Yeah, open up the side panels and it just
All right,
falls
that's
out.
it.
Oozes
Get out of here.
I have all the weed. God.
This is what
All right,
dreams
we
are made
can-
of.
Hilarious. All right, well, that's all we have for today. We'll see. We'll get the regular pod schedule up as soon as New Year, everyone gets into flow and everything. But as for now, we wanted to go ahead and just embarrass ourselves in front of the camera before the Bears got into the playoffs.
Yo, we have an insider caller. The man, the myth, the legend himself. This is the Master Joe. He was our insider
Joe.
edition.
Oh, it's Joe.
Joe, you're live on our podcast. I don't think you can hear us because you're only in my ears, so this is really terribly planned. but we just need your inside. We're your sidelines right now with the Bears players.
Yeah.
So who do you have with the Bears versus the Saints? The world needs to know.
Oh, wow, man. Is that a serious question?
That is your insider edition from Joe.
The Squad Insider. Where else, bro? Where else are you gonna get that? We have a Squad Insider on the Bears. He doesn't know if things are serious or not. That's how locked in the Bears are right now, bro.
Yo.
This is where we are. I am hyped.
They don't miss.
I'm so hyped. Yo, thank you for that call. I'm ready. I'm definitely about to put $100.
Are you serious
on the
right
Bears
now?
money right now. Let's go.
Fuck.
All right. Good stuff, guys. This is a fantastic video. Again, we'll be back next week with the Squad Pod, regular with the Squad Pod. So hopefully we can cook up a little something special. But for right now, we'll see you guys later. Next time we see us, we'll be enjoying that Bears dub on Sunday. Let's go.
Do it.